Also, last time we left off, sorry, I just had to wait for the recording to start, so I just stood in genuine stasis for a moment. Anyways.
I'm ready.
I'm stuck in time.
I'm stuck in town. But anyways,
Yo, this man's stuck in time.
Last time we left off, our party had completed, well, not completed, they found, Karrius got a lot of the work he needed done. He found the tome, and he found some incriminating evidence on Harris, but Karrius is maybe a little too nice for his own, good, and did not snitch on him, which is good. And him and Heinrich went after the door where the tome was near and have opened it and have found out that, this leads to somewhere else. What it appeared to be a wheat field in the autumn with a town off in the distance.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's a door, all right.
Well, that's not where we start today. We start with Naomi and Oresha. Are both of you awake?
Oh, yeah. No. I'm not answering for them, I was just
God damn it, dogs, they barking. Anyway.
My dogs are cold.
They barking, bro.
Yes.
They barking!
If they're cold, if you're cold, they're cold. Put them in your mouth. Put them in your mouth.
Oh, no! Anyways, are Naomi and Oresha awake?
Oresha would probably be awake.
Okay. He started doing that and started coughing.
Also, I assume Naomi's still, like, right up against Oresha, just snuggled.
Yeah. You know how like you have like a puppy and like that puppy loves you, so it just follows you everywhere, so you go to sleep and it's just like right up your fucking ass and all the fucking time.
Yeah. That is Naomi.
That is the Naomi in question. That is what Rain is doing right now. Go the fuck away!
Get out of my ass!
Bounce off my cock.
Wait, what? Hey, you can't say that. That's weird. Home? Anyway.
Yeah. Whenever
Oresha, like,
go on.
looks at Naomi for a second and just, like, looks at her two new arms. Just kind of, like, uses them for a second, just kind of, like, getting... I assume she pretty much already understands how to move them and doesn't need to get used to them.
It's a little awkward at first, but yeah.
She just gets used to using them for a second before slowly getting up. And then just, like, taps Naomi with, like, two hands. Naomi? Naomi?
What, do I have to turn my music down?
Bruh.
Bro, it's Jackson 5. Shut your pussy
No,
ass
he's
up.
listening to Legend of the Plug.
Okay, fair enough.
Yo, Russia just straight up out here like Shiva from fucking Mortal Kombat.
Bro. Naomi. Naomi.
What?
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
I don't want.
What do you mean you don't want to? What do you mean you don't want to?
5 more minutes.
What do you mean? What do you mean 5 more minutes?
No.
It's like I don't know, 5:04.
We don't have clocks down here in the underground. Welcome to the underground. I want your balls.
Give us your balls.
If you wanna look around, give us your balls.
Naomi, come on, we gotta get up. Where are Heinrich and Karrius?
I don't know, and they kind of went somewhere after Russian died. I don't know.
What? You're talking to me.
Huh?
Open
You're
your
talking
eyes.
to me right now.
What?
I'm not dead.
I could just imagine like, fuck. I'm sorry. I'm talking over a lot. I'm saying a lot.
I'm going to bash your skull in.
Naomi, just like that one fucking image of the guy like half awake, looking very surprised.
Oh,
you know?
Limmy?
Yeah, Limmy. Okay. Anyway, go on.
Wait,
Naomi.
you're alive?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm alive. I have 4 arms now.
What? Spider?
I'm not a spider.
You're a spider. You're like
Harris.
half a spider now, I guess. No.
I'm not half spider.
Yeah, you have like 4 arms. I got like 8. You're like half. Well, you have 2 legs, so you're kind of 3/4 spider.
I'm not 3/4 spider.
You're 3/4.
You would technically be insect. It would be insect.
You're just like a red.
Okay, Naomi. Naomi, listen. Listen. Are you listening? Are you listening, Naomi? Are you listening?
No, but I'll say I am.
I made another deal. A hefty deal.
Oh.
You can also see as Oresha's other eye, that was rather normal, is now just more demonic in nature.
You have 2 pretty eyes now.
Yo, Naomi gay?
Thank you.
Naomi gay, confirmed.
Naomi is not gay.
Naomi doesn't know what a woman
You know
is.
who is gay though? Heinrich. He like slinging dick.
Nah, he
Dick
has a
slinging
wife.
gay-
He has a
Dick
wife.
slinging gay boy.
I can't believe Heinrich is canon bisexual. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Nah, he's Freddie
man.
Mercury. He was married for a while, then he divorced.
Divorce and fucking dude.
I thought I
And
loved women, but I love war so much more.
That's Hans. That's just a Hans moment.
Hans moment. Alright, Naomi? I think we should go find Heinrich and Karrius.
They're probably. I mean, Heinrich might be pushing more rocks around because that's what he was doing yesterday.
Why was he pushing rocks around?
I think it's like a coping mechanism.
A coping? Cope
Sneezing
won't
and
see?
molding.
Well, yeah, you died.
Oh, right. Honestly, I didn't expect you guys to care as much as you do. You're fine. I didn't expect Heinrich to care as much as he does.
Well, Karrius didn't care.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah, we've only known him for like maybe 3 days.
Jerk.
Oh, we don't need to go that far. He's within his rights. Wait, what are rights? Do we have rights?
The opposites of lefts. They're the
For
opposite.
women, Oresha, we don't have those.
Oh, you're right.
You're so right, bro.
You're so right, daps up Naomi.
I can't wait for
Okay,
Riley
I'm a
to
jerk
say
as
they
if I
have.
care about your opinion, woman.
Woman, you are one big lump of coal.
Anyway, where's Harris?
Yeah, Harris isn't in there. In fact, the room seems entirely different. It's not trash,
Who?
but it looks a lot more
Who, the flower boy?
dilapidated.
Oresha's gonna immediately start looking around for
He's
Harris.
not here, so he can't get mad at you, but just know, in my heart of hearts, I am pissed off.
Why?
Flower boy?
Yeah, flower boy. Anyways. Yeah, no, the room looks a lot more dilapidated. It's like aged. The actual bed
Is this
that Naomi
the
was.
same room?
Yeah. The like makeshift like things to cover bits of it, so we had like actual like space of privacy, are just like ruined. They're practically rotten, and most of them are falling apart. The chest that he mainly searched through, of one of many in there, is open, and it's largely empty besides leftover stuff, maybe a few broken bits of glass and vials. And then in the other chests are the same way. They've either been largely emptied, or they're just left with nothing but ramshackle and rubbish. The table that you were on, Naomi, originally, which is effectively the world's shittiest underground operating table, is fine because it was mainly just stone. Like, it was just stone that had been sculpted. And any sense of journal, paper, any of that is gone, or there's bits that have been ripped up that you wouldn't be able to even, like, fix with mending. The room itself just feels off. It's dilapidated, it's old, and you can almost feel moisture in the air again. Not like there wasn't before, but it's a lot more.
Oresha is going to immediately yell at the top of her lungs, "Femboy!"
Nobody responds.
Okay, he would have been so mad at that.
Do I just like
Where the hell
hear
is
her
he?
shout femboy from like coming back into the place after I got my book?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking
Nautilus, to describe for you, the front area where the queen was, as you hear this, the queen's body is back as it was in its original form. Therefore, it's more rotted, it's more decayed, it's more petrified. Any eggs that were near it, even though they were already dead before, have just been fully decomposed or just rotten beyond belief. They almost let out a smell. And as you enter past the queen, probably a bit weirded out by it, the whole area, the body of the cook is laid to rest, and there's mainly just a skeleton there now.
Hold up a minute. I'm gonna start inspecting around the room and try to do an arcana check. Feel like
Go
something
ahead.
here is very off.
Wait, did we go back in time and then come back to the present day?
Alright, I got a 15.
The room is mostly devoid of magic, whereas last time you were there, it was brimming with magic. Whether it be
Wait.
Garrick's operation, Harris's doing, anyone who was left who could summon spells, or what was remnants of the rocks, the magic rocks around. The room is devoid of magic. The air is stale. The cook is laid to rest, and his cabinets have been pilfered. The pot itself that was there where he was cooking has just been somehow lifted from where it was. You don't know
Can
how
I
that's
tell,
possible.
has there been any, like, wear on this? Like, any rust or something like that?
Oh yes, there's leftover rust, and where the pot is put next to him, it's incredibly rusted. It's
Wait a
mostly
minute.
rust at this point.
Did I remember the pot being that rusty when we were first there?
No.
Oh.
Wait, Riley.
Why is it-
Oh.
is the cook good? It's gotta be very good.
Like, is the cooking good? Skeleton laid to rest.
Wait, do I just...
Is the cook good? Oh.
Yeah, that's.
Is he in the same room as me now? Are we all right?
Yeah, Heinrich was
rest.
following you, remember?
man.
Heinrich was with
Right.
you, yeah.
Oh Lord. I think
Wait.
I know what happened here.
What?
Riley.
Originally, this place was brimming with magic, probably some kind of spell that could help stop the passage of time. Apparently, they finally ran out and time caught up with them.
Garrett, what are you thinking? Because you're eager down there.
I'm not thinking about what's happening. I know for a fact that Naomi's belongings, the only things that she has on her are her clothes. Where are her belongings? Are they also just gone?
They're left where they were.
Okay.
They look in the same condition you came in there with.
Alright, okay, now Naut's theory makes more sense.
Awesome.
Duck might be on the
Well,
right track.
It seems like everyone here is just about left or rotted, so we gotta go look for the other two. I heard Oresha shout, so at least we know they're okay. Come on, let's go.
Hopefully, unless they're like super old.
We'll have to see.
If
Go
by
on.
any chance opening that door somehow let in a time gate, or whatever the fuck they call it.
Naomi,
don't
I
remember
think
portals.
I think Harris is dead.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
okay,
over
right.
to where Harris's office was and go see.
As you pass by where Garrett was working, the forge is mostly still intact. Garrett, you could tell Garrett did the best to keep it cleaned, and his cleaning seems to have kept there. It's the only bit of magic that's really left, as most stuff is kept there. But you notice there is the handle to some sort of sword left on it, though it's just the handle. It's very finely decorated, and there appears to be the latter half of the top of some sort of greatsword. Smiley face.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. The top half of a sword and a handle. I appear to be missing the middle.
Yeah, I think we need a Russia for this.
Oh,
I'm not a-
right. We can get about it. Let's find them.
Whenever you
Yes.
reach Harris's
Naomi,
office,
Harris is dead. Harris is dead. Where is
there's no
Harris?
sign of Harris. I should say that there's no like Harris-sized
You see them
skeleton.
in the room?
Yeah, whenever you walk in, like you see Oresha
Oh,
panicking,
good
and you can
lord.
hear her little "Harris is dead. Harris is dead."
And you see all four of her arms just like shaking aggressively.
Okay, calm down. I will not
Calm
get used to the
down.
arm
Calm
thing, but let's settle. All right. Good thing you two are okay. Me and Heinrich just
Oh,
got
hi.
back from running a little errand.
Yeah, I'm alive
Also,
again.
how
Hello.
the hell are you alive?
Yes.
what he said.
Alright, so there's this
I may
funny
or may not
guy-
have made a very big down payment.
Wait, you made another deal? We could do that?
I'm not sure if I was supposed to say that or not.
Okay, regardless.
Sure.
Anyhow, I did some snooting around, and I think I can tell what happened here. This place is devoid of magic while I was brimming with it earlier. I currently have an idea where
Wait.
somehow they had magic.
Hold on,
that
hold on.
could-
Wait. Before you say anything, did we perhaps go back in time and then return to the present time?
Could be. I was thinking that we're actually, we were existing in the present, but this place was using magic to exist in the past. But once the magic was void of this place, time caught up, and we got the more decrepit version of this. We
I
found
wonder
the
if
skeleton
Seraph
of
is
the
still
cook.
here. Hey, Seraph.
I don't
Yes.
think it's here.
Seraph?
Oh, Seraph is still here. He's still in my brain.
Yeah, you guys can't hear him.
Well, I do know the cook is dead. We found the skeleton of him, and the pots have become rusted. So I'm thinking time finally flows here as it usually
What about the
does.
queen or Garrett?
The Garrett, I have no clue where he went, and the queen is worse for wear.
You know what you ever see what a raisin looks like?
A raisin?
Kind of like that, but like, as soon as you touch it, it kind of might turn to ash. Like,
It's
very dry.
A very dried fruit.
Yeah. But like, not dry as in like a plum, but dry as in like, devoid of, like, petrified.
All wrinkly and everything.
Wrinkly,
Well, the only thing that is somewhat clean and still partially upkept is the old forge. But
Wow.
besides that, it seems like everyone here is just about dead or left. Except for the queen. She can't go anywhere much, though. But me and Heinrich did discover something interesting on our journey. We found
Yes.
a door to another place. It
Oh.
just looks like a normal village in the autumn. Fields, houses, everything. Somewhere with natural sunlight.
yes, I think.
Oh, that's quite useful, actually.
Should we?
I'm sure you humans are quite sad about not having light down here, aren't you?
I could live without it. But,
I
you know
quite
what, it
like
feels
it.
nice.
It's sunlight's pleasant. Keeps you nice and warm.
Also, at the same time, I don't think leaving here just kind of feels right. Maybe a momentum or
I would feel
something.
bad for leaving here, you know, if they were still alive, but they're either dead or gone.
Yeah, it did. But I'm gonna guess the bones probably.
I kind of miss Harris.
Should we probably take
if
a
you wish to give
momentum?
them proper burial, we will give you ample time to. I'm sure.
I
I
wasn't-
have no idea where his body is.
Well, I wasn't asking for burial. I don't think the Christian type, or the one who believes in proper burial. I think the one who'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna die, give my body to the queen so she can eat it." But the queen, you could see.
Right, she's probably either eaten them, and I don't think she likes bones.
That's probably what happened to them.
Anyhow, well, if you ask me, I think that doorway is a perfect new destination for us to get to. It seems like everything here is just about spent.
It's gone! I just realized.
Wait, so if we return to the present time, well, or whatever happened, did you see anything while you were coming here?
No.
I did receive something of value here. There was a...
Oh?
Where the door's located is more wreckage of the ship that arrived here, which, to be quite frank, is absolutely massive. I reckon, have you ever
Oh,
seen
good.
a boat that big?
I don't think I have. No.
I've heard stories and rumors of large ships, but though I kind of saw them as, battleship size.
Right, I thought you'd have a little bit of experience with the Navy. Haven't really done that.
No experience. I've been near the water probably 4 times in my life.
Ah, understandable. So, there were some more loot and goodies there, but I managed to get the tome I was searching for. And Oresha, I do have a query for you and need some assistance.
Oh?
Okay, so after doing some research, I found out the sword I have, which I'll take out of my sheath, turns out this was actually commissioned by a succubus.
Oh?
Indeed. Now, I don't know who did. I found the sword, I didn't purchase it. So, I was hoping perhaps you could have a little bit of knowledge about denizens from hell ordering weapons.
I definitely have knowledge in weaponry.
Well, yeah. I will tell you more about it in private.
Alright then.
Alright?
Anyway, I'll see if there's anything, well, left of worth here worth
Alright.
taking.
Heinrich and Naomi, you can go check around, see if there's anything else. Me and Oresha will go head to the forge.
Alright then. Off we go.
Is it dark down here, Big Riley?
Yeah,
Big Riley.
Big Riley.
Big
I ain't
Bob.
heard that one before.
As
Yo,
you-
big
What up, Big R? Is it dark down here?
Big R.
big art, more like big retard.
It is.
What?
It is a
You
little.
can't say that!
It is a little darker than usual. Yeah.
This is why Naomi's gonna grab a pebble, gonna cast light on it, and she's gonna flick at the Heinrich. No,
Pebble.
she
What's this?
it's a light, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I have a torch, but thank you. I guess I don't have to use it.
Well, that burns wood and that puts harmful gas in the air.
He's gonna point to the He's gonna point to the roof of the cave. The thing's almost 40 feet up.
Yeah, but like,
The most it's gonna do is probably unthaw the permafrost. But at most, it will need a bonfire. And probably a couple of days for it to finally
so friendly.
cave in. Anyway, but thank you, I'll take this instead. It saves firewood.
Good baby.
Alright, so are we focusing on Naomi and Heinrich, or are we moving over to me and Oresha?
Well, I can do both. If you guys are just exploring or looting,
Yeah, we're just
effectively.
exploring. I'm just talking with Oresha, really.
All right.
Then I
Okay.
show her, like, what's there at the forge.
We will. Yeah, we'll move over to you and Oresha because the forge is relevant to Oresha.
Alright. Alright. Before we get to the forge, there is something I need to tell you. Now, this is a very crucial secret. I don't want this leading to the other two, okay?
Yes.
You're lucky I'm trusting you with this. So, you have figured out I am a warlock. I'm sure you have.
Oh yes, of course.
Well, I was very ambiguous about my source of power for a reason. You see, long ago, back in the village where I was from, I had a very good friend. He was very adept in magic and was constantly yearning to have more knowledge and gain more magic power. I did not know much of him after we crossed ways when I first joined the military. But I found out where he wound up. In this sword. Apparently, he managed to double-cross his patron, or somehow get them very angered, and now he's had his soul sealed away in the wrought iron of this blade. And from the soul locked within this sword, he grants me some of his power to help me help him escape.
I see.
Yes, and I found a tome that gave me some enlightenment on how souls can be sealed away in inanimate objects. Typically, they're done in wood, but they also can be done in iron. But it's a very specific forging process that is very long and arduous, and that there is a way to break the soul out. But I need to find the exact person who made this sword the way they did, and get them to deconstruct it, lest I risk destroying the soul or otherwise losing it.
That's a very hard ask.
That is. So I was just wondering who could possibly have commissioned this, and maybe I could use that as a launching point. It's better to know some way things can go rather than just constantly walking in the dark. But
I
along
can't
with
say I particularly know off the top of my head, but craftsmen always have their signature of some kind on the blade, or especially works of art like magic weapons.
right. Well, I'll show you it. Over here at the forge, and there's also a couple things here I found: the top half of a great sword and an unused handle. And I guess I'll show Oresha the things I found in the forge when we get there.
Oresha, on this forge is a handle. The handle's not for the greatsword you have currently, but the upper half of it, effectively, about the half, is for the Sailor's Fury.
My god, he's done it.
It's not in perfect condition, but it's really well kept. And there is the somewhat small signature of Garrett on there, written in just pure orc.
Sorry, I'm a bit offline right now. I'm getting myself.
No, you're good, don't worry. As well as that handle is to a sword, but you don't know what it would be. It looks about more like a straight sword, could even be a little more for a curved, but it is in fantastic quality. In fact, the blade and it are still in good quality. The blade much less, because blades are more, but it's still in good enough quality that you may have to polish it every now and then a little more frequently than other swords.
Well, the handle seems to be for a sword of some kind. This top piece is to finish off this sword that I've been trying to fix. She pulls out the pretty much cleaver-like unfinished great sword from her hip. Alright. So I suppose I can get to fixing the blade.
His tools are still there, and they're still in fine condition. In fact, his forge is the only thing that's been left really well kept out of the entire place.
Seems like either he must have been the last to die.
Alright, anyway, this is good. I will likely use his forge to finish off my blade, and then I suppose I shall look at your blade now.
Alright then, I'll take the blade out and give it to her.
It's about the kind you described it as like an arming sword, right? Nautilus?
Yeah, general arming sword, yeah.
Yeah, it's a normal arming sword. Overall, it's just a normal arming sword. The grip is a little different, and there's some inscriptions and stuff on it. The only thing you can really read on it, besides it being very well kept, and maybe there's little imperfections here and there, but honestly, it's just like you have to smooth out, and it wouldn't take very long. The only thing you can read is that in succubus tongue, there are the words emissary G, and there's just a period after G, signifying that the G would stand for a full name. You don't know if that is that. It looks like the blacksmith's mark. But some blacksmiths, especially succubi ones, do have a habit of just marking who it was commissioned by originally, instead of putting their mark on it, as most renowned blacksmiths have something to them, or how they do their blacksmithing that makes them renowned, something unique. And the unique draw of this sword is, of course, what it has been afflicted with. Nautilus's friend. Or Karrius' friend.
Well, I can't say I know who this smith is, but I can say that if it was a succubi that did make this weapon, or commissioned the weapon, one of the two, usually, whenever a succubus makes a weapon, they would inscribe the wielder's own name into it, instead of themselves.
Huh. Intriguing. Very intriguing. So you can't exactly put a finger on who made this, but there's some sort of evidence there?
Yes.
Oh, alright. What does it say? Can't exactly read it.
Riley, can you repeat that for me real quick?
Emissary G, and there is a period after the G.
Oh. Okay, so that's what. Strange. Well, apparently it was commissioned by some kind of representative. Don't know who, but it's
One
something.
can only assume.
Indeed. Well, it's something to go off of, and I very much appreciate your help.
Of course, anytime.
Oh, perfect. I will be taking the sword
Also-
back.
Actually, there are some imperfections that I do see in this sword. If you don't mind me fixing them.
Be my guest. I shall leave you to your forging devices.
Oresha's gonna begin to, starting with Karrius's sword.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna go over and just fix any of the imperfections that she's found.
Alright.
And after doing that, is going to attempt to affix the top part of the Sailor's Fury blade.
Whenever Oresha fixes the your blade, Karrius, or gets rid of imperfections, just whenever you hit with it, add an extra +1 onto it. She's effectively just made it +1.
Yeah.
And now we move over to Heinrich and Naomi and Karrius. If you're gonna follow them, you as well. Heinrich, I want you to make an investigation check.
Yeah, hold on. Oh, yeah, burp. Investigation. I got a -1 to that, baby. I love
Naomi,
it.
if you would like to, you may also make an investigation check.
Yeah.
I fucking love to.
I fucking love lean.
Who doesn't love lean, bro?
A little song I know called "I Love Lean" would disagree with you.
Nah, a song called I Hate Lean.
No,
22.
22. Heinrich, you don't find as much. It's mostly just, besides some of where the storage area was, has been mostly emptied, and, well, you don't really find much besides maybe 1 or 2 weapons that have been left over, but they're largely broken. You find a broken staff that had been there before, it just looks a lot worse. As for Naomi, though, as you dig around, and given that you are somewhat of a curious creature by nature, you look through where Heinrich looks and on your own, and you do, oddly enough, you do find a pack that doesn't look as weathered by time, and there's a broken scimitar next to it. And it mostly contains basic survival supplies, but there appears to be the mark of some sort of demon on it, along with a mostly ruined journal. You can't read anything of it, but it was someone's journal at some point with the mark of a demon on it.
Wag, yoink.
You're also able to loot the coins from it, which you would have you would have been able to regardless of the 22. It's about like 15 silver.
Yoink.
I love silver.
That, and as you're looking around as well, you do find near where Heinrich was, as you two have discovered. This is before the pack, of course. Both of you find an odd-looking journal with familiar-looking handwriting. It appears to be Harris's handwriting. It appears to be a small journal. Most of it is ruined, though. There's like 1 or 2 pages that are readable.
All right, read them out.
All right.
Read 'em out, tough guy.
The first one is not too long, but the second page shorter. But the first one reads, Garrett has forged some sort of being, though I'm unsure of if this being will be detrimental or helpful to us. Garrett said it was under the Queen's order that she be forged, as others had failed to properly bring her into this world regardless. I've kept proper chemical balance on her, silver and some other metals, and what could be described as makeshift organs that somehow allow the damn thing to move. And the second page seems to be a note that you'd read that you would find if you were to come back here, that would be normally read if you'd come back here and put on a desk or something as a goodbye. And it says, and with her creation I leave. For Garrett was wounded whenever she was finished, and the Queen began to petrify. There's no point in staying here, and if they were to find out about times past, I would be ruined by them, or Garrett would likely turn my skull into a hammer. I am unsure. I will take the door out, and I will head and explore and move on with this world, but I will not forget this place. I will not forget the embrace of the Queen. I will not forget the undying camaraderie of Garrett, and I will not forget... And I will not forget the warlock who kept my secrets safe. And the rest of the journal is ruined. You can't read the rest of it.
I think, I think what's his name? Harris?
Yeah.
Not Harris, the warlock in our group.
Who?
The warlock.
Oh, Karrius.
Karrius, yes, sorry, I forgot his name. I think his theory might be right.
What makes you say that?
Whoa, what the fuck?
Oh!
Ah, gotcha. Just kidding.
Karrius like, yo, what up? In the Karrius in the building.
You know who it is.
You already know who it is.
But yeah, I was just joking. I'm still in the forge.
Oh, right. I did say that it swiped the notebook and the sword with the demonic mark on it.
Alright. The
Yeah, I
sword
have
is a
that
broken
too.
scimitar, and it appears a little broken beyond repair. Notably, it is made of not iron or steel. It's made of some sort of other metal. And the hilt bears some sort of family crest. But you don't know it, because you are not demonic in nature. You are not a tiefling, you are not a demon, you are not a fiend of any sort. That, and the book bears a very, very similar looking one, though it appears to be different, maybe some different sector of family.
Man, what's up with me and having to do lore stuff, bro? What the?
Stop being a demon hoe.
The heck you just say to me?
Stop being a demon
What the heck
hoe.
you just told me? You're a succubus. That's just a demon hoe. That's exactly what that is, bro.
I never asked to be born as one.
Yeah, I would never ask to be born white, but people still call me Cracker.
Lol.
Lol. L.
Elbozo.
Slash ratio plus 357 under the counter.
Well, since clearly Harris left,
He might be still alive.
he might be alive. And given the fact that Garrett can also not be found, and Harris said that Garrett might kill him, Garrett might also be out there somewhere. Maybe
No,
he's
I
still
think
back from time to time to keep the forge up.
in our 5 or so hours we were gone, I think what happened is that they died. They possibly walked off somewhere. The Queen's definitely dead. If you look at it, she is not coming back from that. No amount of rejuvenation spells can bring her back. So I think this is just an offhand topic comment. I think it's the gods telling us we gotta move on from the place. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Riley.
Because Riley is the gods.
Yes. And it's
Actually,
also probably a way for him to say that, yeah, I think there's nothing left in this place. I think we should probably get the others, go through that door, and see where it takes us.
Well, hold on. We should do a check at the forge. Maybe we can find out where Garrett went if he's still alive.
Well, the others are at the forge. If they found something, they would have said. Well, if they found us again, that is.
Well, you never know. I doubt they're really looking.
Probably not. Anyway, I think we should probably go to them.
Alright, swag. Naomi's gonna get fucking kitted up, put all of his shit on. Look baller as hell. Go out there and be like, Oresha!
Oresha is currently attaching the ladder blade of the Sailor's Fury.
Oresha!
She is so focused on working on this weapon that she is essentially ignoring everyone.
Hi.
Oh, now you're working on like the sword bits you found?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, nice. Guess I'll just take a nice look at the sword, my sword. I'll just... Nice work. Looks great.
I was taught by my father.
Your father must be quite one hell of a blacksmith. Alright then.
He was never a big fan of making magical weapons, but when he did, they were always perfect.
You'd appreciate that. Alright, I will leave you to those other sword parts in here. I'll go check on the other two. And I'm going
Don't
to...
die!
Naomi's just like standing next to Oresha in
won't.
the forge already. She's like, hi.
Oh!
Yeah, we're right here.
Trip over the Naomi.
Hi.
Yeah, we're right here.
Hello.
Where's Oresha?
Oh, she's back at the forge. We found some lying around sword parts, and she's trying to put them back together again.
Okay. You guys didn't find Garrett's corpse, did you?
No. We found the forge.
Okay.
It's still in
We have
pretty
a theory that Harris and Garrett left. So they might still be alive somewhere.
Well, hopefully alive. That it's a pretty optimistic thing to think of. Them alive.
Because we found Harris's notebook and he said he was gonna leave and that he thanked some warlock for keeping his secret. And if it got out, Garrett would turn his skull into a hammer. I think that's what it said.
Also, at the same time, they probably created something. That is,
warlock.
You are a warlock, correct?
Yes, I am. What does that mean have to do with it?
Well, saying that anyone else hasn't been down here for, I don't know, a couple centuries or so, I'm pretty sure the only warlock they ever came across was someone on the ship that he might have forgotten the name of, or you.
Okay, yes, you're right. I happened to find Harris's old journal from when he was on the ship.
I wasn't pressing you for information.
Well,
I
gone.
definitely am.
Well, okay, the fox girl, Naomi is.
Yes, I don't know what was in the journal. All I know is that
You guys better be playing nice over there. I'm trying to forge and you're being very loud.
We are. Apologies.
I'm always nice.
Okay, I found the journal.
Tell me what to
I
do.
just returned it to Harris. I don't know what was in it. Just know it was there. Which is interesting that Harris's journal was on the original ship.
Wait. Hold on a minute. You're saying you had Harris's journal and you returned it to Harris. So that means you've seen Harris before, like, we arrived here, right?
Yes. Well, he was
Yes.
in here with you two when I returned the journal, and then me and Heinrich went back to the wreckage to go check out the door because we were.
Wait. So hold on a second. I've never met you in my life.
What?
What?
This is some time shenanigans.
No. Whenever he left the first time to go get his tome, he found some valuables, including the journal. So
Then we
next,
went back here, returned the journal to Harris,
then we went back
left again to go to the door, open it, and
I
then
misunderstood.
come back here.
They
Yes.
came back here. Now everything looks like it's ill decrepit and oddly moist.
Forge Brain is kind of getting to me. Anyway, Forge Brain, go back to forging. Yes.
All right.
You hear as a hammer just like slams.
It's best to leave.
Riley, can I make an investigation check? Try to find something of Garrett's that might lead to where he could possibly be or gone.
You can certainly try.
He's
I love
gone.
making investigations. It's my favorite check in the game. That is a 19.
He's gone to America.
There's
He's
not
gone
much
to
left.
America.
Yeah, he's gone to. Most mid blacksmith arrives on Kelpiet tomorrow. Anyways, Naomi, you don't really find much. The thing you mainly find appears to be, from the journal you read. Appears to be remnants of whatever entity was being created of silver. There is the body cast, the mold. There is what appears to be some sort of odd way of cold storage. Though the only real notable thing out of all of these odd sets of tools to create some entity of silver, is that what is left behind is Garrett's smithing hammer. And the one Oresha is using is just one of his extras. He has plenty, but this seems to be a much more older, beat-up one. And it is marked up a little bit with some runes to help it, but otherwise you don't find anything that would tell you where he's going.
We could take the hammer, give it to Oresha. Probably give him a boost in something. Just a thought.
I mean,
God, why is this rusty hammer so fucking bad at its job?
is it
We
just a
found-
regular?
Is it less
It's a
rusty
smithing
than the
hammer.
one that what's her name is Oresha's using?
It is much cleaner, and it looks a bit more original design.
We
Is
found
it-
a better one.
Is it just a regular hammer, or is it just like, is it magic?
It seems to be magic. There are runes up and down it.
Hey, Oresha, he left his hammer.
What?
Garrett
Found
left his hammer. Do you
We
want
found-
it?
Toss it over. Oresha says as she immediately like tosses the really dumb hammer that she was using.
It's heavy. I can't throw it.
I can.
Oh.
Heinrich's gonna try to grab it and toss it over.
Oresha uses 2 arms to catch the hammer.
Oh, I thought I was gonna have to make a strength check, but okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
You catch it.
Oresha's gonna look at the hammer and is gonna go back to work.
As you're putting this blade in place and you use the hammer, and it's taking longer, this seems to alleviate the process as you are moving a bit faster. And you notice that the original hammer was just putting the blades together, like putting it on proper. This hammer seems to be imbuing it with its proper magic, as one set of runes on it, particularly a more ocean blue color, begin to glow on the bottom of the hammer as you begin to work faster, and the sword blades itself begins to somewhat glow with this power.
Do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
In Harris's book, there was no clue as to where he was going. He just said he was leaving.
Yeah, he just said he was leaving.
Well, there's only so many
How long-
places he could have left from.
How long does it take to finish this blade?
How much wood
Given
could
you
a
already had a
woodchop
good bit of work, it takes about another 10 minutes and you're finished. And the blade itself is
All right.
glowing somewhat with these more oceanic powers, and the actual runes on it are glowing, almost giving off this aura. And it feels a good bit lighter. Swinging it feels as if you are, to put it bluntly, swinging a wave. Heavy, it feels almost heavy before it lightens up towards the end. And you have to physically stop where you're aiming it from and move it as this almost odd wave-like bit of energy comes from it and slams into the wall, leaving a somewhat nasty bit of burn marks.
Oh, well, this is a pleasant surprise. Heinrich, are you in need for a new magical weapon?
I guess I could take one if you're offering.
Oresha is using all 4 arms and is gonna walk over to Heinrich and essentially hold it out to him as if bestowing a new weapon, like a new sword to essentially presenting this weapon as if she was presenting it to a noble or of some kind.
He's gonna take it. Thank you.
I give you the Sailor's Fury.
Ooh. Did you come up with that name?
No, the original creator did.
Where does it say that on it?
It's right here. As she points to it.
Oh, well. Nice. Alright, I'm gonna add the weapon to my inventory.
Consider it a +2 greatsword.
+2
Ooh.
greatsword. Manage inventory. Add item.
Alright, now there's this handle. I'm not quite sure what to do with yet. So I'll just put it right here, and she puts it up. She puts it right next to where her father's handle for a rapier is.
What was it? A +2 greatsword?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm trying to find +2s.
I think they're
You can just type in greatsword.
blue. Yeah, just type in greatsword.
Yeah, and it should be a rare.
Well, here it is. Load. Here we go.
Hey, nice.
Here we go. +2. Add to equipment. And equip. Unequip my war pick.
Awesome.
A heavy two-handed. Nice.
Alright. There's that weapon done. Was there anything else I needed to do?
Hold on, I'm gonna do a test roll. Don't count it. Don't do anything. Nice.
Nice. Naomi, you were calling my name while I was forging, right?
Oh,
Did you need something from me?
Yeah. I found this boat. I mean, this book and the sword.
Boat?
And I found a sword and a book, and they got these marks on it. They look like demon marks. I thought you would know. Maybe
I can't believe you would ratio me like this. I am appalled, but I shall take those and research them anyway.
What does ratio mean?
Yes.
That doesn't answer my question.
Oresha's just gonna take the book and then take the broken sword. He's gonna look over the sword first, because weapons are more interesting than books.
The sword is a broken scimitar. It's a pretty normal scimitar up until you reach more of the actual hilt, guard, and the grip. It's not super fancy, but it appears on the grip that isn't carved a family sigil of a somewhat notable demon family. Though you don't seem to know this one, actually. The most you can get from it is, besides a small notable within the demon world, is that some demons choose to just live not in the infernal realm or the abyss or wherever they choose. Most of them, well, not most of them, but a good sanctions of them that figure out how to carve out good businesses do tend to just move to the normal above ground. And this is one of them, you can tell, but they are not chosen to do so. This is an exiled one, as there is a small X written under the sigil.
I can't say the name specifically of the demons that had this weapon made for them, but I can say they're one of the few that tend to live more on the overworld, as we call it, which is just here, and they prefer to live here. So, which is this mark right here. It indicates that. Although I'm not sure as to what family this is. Usually I would know, simply because as a demon myself. But I'm unfamiliar with this one.
You're not a demon. You're an angel.
Strange. Well, at least
my eyes would beg to differ.
Well, at least I can revel in the fact that they live on the surface, so I don't have to plane hop.
Fair enough. Oresha's just gonna look at the book now.
Alright, the book itself is a journal, and it bears the same sigil. The only thing is, the writing on it is a bit odd. The writing on it is... it's some odd dialect of Infernal. Though, there isn't much writing on I know, you know Infernal, I know that much.
Yeah.
It's a more upper sort of nobility of Infernal, so there's more pretentious use words.
It's more of a devil's Infernal.
Exactly. But
At least Inferno?
So true, Bestie.
A devil's Infernal.
Chat room.
I know.
Chat room. He doesn't listen to that handsome devil chat room. He's missing out. Anyways, the name that you can read in Infernal, which is the only real writing on it. The other bit just seems to be squiggles to distract people who would actually try to, like, decipher it. Source, you have encountered plenty of these different things and know how to do these squiggles yourself.
Yep.
The name on it seems to be my brain. Oh, I probably need to get a drink soon as well. My throat is being weird. Is one Alistar.
One Alistar.
Who now?
Can I roll a history check to see who the hell this is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Yeah.
I rolled a natural 9.
Somewhat oddly angelic names are really common in the Infernal world, and the same is the opposite is true as well. There are a lot of demonic sounding names within Fey, Celestial, and Asmore Angelics.
Yeah, no, I don't know who this could be. Not a clue. Oresha's gonna, like, open the book to, like, see if she can read anything inside of the journal.
The journal is pretty simply summarized, just appears to be the journey of a mainly exiled from their family demon. And the name you can read on there regarding family is the name Teeth, or Teeth. T-I-T-H-E. Tith. Tith or Teeth.
Tith.
Yeah, Tith or Teeth. You can pronounce it either way.
Tit for tat.
Oresha's gonna pronounce it as Tith.
Alright. And it's mainly just their travel journey that they came across this cave, met an odd bunch of figures. It does mention Harris and Garrett and all of them. It does mention that they had to wrangle a very odd worm, something like that, and they weren't able to do it before eventually finding their way out via some sort of odd door. Though the little map that accompanies this, as they were clearly keeping updated, is a horrible mess of scribbles with lines here and there. There are some attempts at using different inks and stuff, but it doesn't appear very frequent, as it'd be very hard to get down there. But the path that is marked on there does not seem to lead to the door that the others found. It leads to pretty much just a completely different way through a sector of the ship and through the caves. And seems like the result of just wandering and wandering and wandering.
Well, this fellow found a different door.
Is it a dimensional type of door, like the one we found?
Most likely.
Should we go try and check it out? See where that leads?
Perhaps they could maximize our options.
Perhaps.
My guess is that there's definitely other types of doors to go to other places.
Well,
Unless-
considering the journal is here, and their weapon is also here, you can either assume that they ran back here and died, or
Based.
they had left it here.
Oh, on one of the pages I almost forgot to mention, there is mention of an encounter at the Bestial Sanctum, and it does recall that the dog that was there, the one aptly described of reeked of piss and covered by boils and rot, a wretched creature that I did not want to touch, seeming pretty friendly and beginning to follow the demon on their travels.
They seem to have also encountered the whole bestial sanctum place.
What did they say about it?
They just talked about the dog.
Not about the
Talked
suit
about
of armor.
Yes, it was covered in boils.
Well, yes,
But it's
that's
very
very.
friendly.
Did they not talk about the serpent and the fucking
No,
weird thing with the armor?
nope. Nothing seems to be of mention of that. Just the dog.
Is there a date on the book?
There is not.
Nope. This person just seemed to be just taking notes as they went.
We lost track of time like we did.
Perhaps. Anyhow, we could go check that door, maybe.
See if it's still there.
Yeah, if it's still there.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Let's go
Off
find
we
the
go.
door.
Yep.
Off we go.
Off to find the door, Riley.
You guys make it back to the door. Are you looking at the door on the map, or are you looking for
The map.
The door on the map.
You begin to traverse through tunnels and tunnels and tunnels, caverns and caverns. It's all frighteningly just empty. Anywhere there's eggs, they've either decayed, rotted, or they're just gone. You see parts of the boats you've never seen before, but there seems little yields if it's already been looted or got at before. And you see some interference of where people had been, older campsites, but they're using newer stuff, different designs for campfires. You find broken weapons, more scimitar-likes, more arming swords, just a good variety. They're all broken though, they're all damaged and repair. They wouldn't even be worth a copper. Before you get to this exit, which is... There are peepings of magic left from it, but it is just completely rocked over, as if someone had caused it to cave in, or if something had caused it to cave in.
Well, not
this
going
seemed rather useless.
Well, hold on a second. Do I recognize like the campfire or like the like things? Do they seem like in our time?
A good bit of them do, yes.
Well, it seems like there's been expeditions down here recently.
Well, I wouldn't say recently. Everything's broken and in shambles.
Well, that would probably do it with cave air. It's very humid and very wet down here due to groundwater. Hell,
I'm
someone
sorry,
spilling a glass of water
groundwater?
5 years ago could finally come down and drip onto the ground.
Fair enough.
Anyway, yeah, it does look quite abandoned, and I don't think we're gonna get through that cave in anytime soon, unless we want to spend about, I don't know, 5 days tearing away to get barely a quarter of the way in.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of, getting rather hungry.
Yep.
Yes.
So am I. Well, damn it, I forgot to buy rations. Fuck. We'll do it when we get past the door. Let's go back.
Alrighty.
Agreed.
We're gonna make our way back to the door that we know is there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
Naomi and Oresha see this door for the first time. It is a large door. It's been opened. There were runes and symbols carved upon it, but Well, honestly, the door hasn't changed for Heinrich, and Heinrich and Karrius, the door doesn't change. It doesn't look any different to Naomi and Oresha that's there before seeing it, but they are now subject to seeing what is behind the door. A field in autumn with a far-off town or village or something of the sort in the distance.
Well, there we go. It is quite colder, and last time I remember, it was about summer when we last went, so this is probably in the southern region.
Oh goodness, autumn.
Yes.
We skipped an entire season.
Yeah. Well, actually, after summer is autumn.
Yeah, I know you're right. I'm silly. Forge brain is still happening up here.
You're fine.
Well, even then it'll be somewhere new, unless if you all have obligations in the exact town you all came from that's nearby.
We were kind of going to do a quest that had us come to the ship that you were at and get rid of, like, the lurks that were supposed to be there, but weren't, so...
Well,
Could've
I
gotten
mean,
money for that, but nah.
I think we got more than what we would have gotten back up there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I finished
If you ask
that
me-
great sword, which is way better than getting whatever amount of money we were about to get.
Well, somewhere new awaits.
Right, I guess we head
Honestly,
through the little portal.
yes.
Well, Naomi, what do you think?
Alright, time's up. Leroy! Okay. No, I'm kidding. I was just making a joke. You know what? I gotta be honest, I do see Heinrich doing that.
I mean, I would like to search the ship that we were on. You know, the one that we crashed. Well, that actually was blew up.
Well, I don't think that, it's gonna be a long way back up. You know how long it took us to get down here? Also, I think the way back might have caved in, seeing as that other area caved in.
Well, in order to prove, Karrius' theory, we should make sure that the above ground is still in the same time. Because you never know, we could have just gone forward in time, and that's it.
Also, do we even know the way back?
That yet, you know what? That's a good point. I never kept note. I thought you were.
Neither did I.
I thought you were keeping note.
Can I roll a history check for how we got here?
I'll try to remember.
Yeah, you roll a history check. Oh, okay, what? Do you mean like how you got in the caves or how you got into, like, the continent?
There's a cave.
I'm just gonna roll how I got into the cave.
Okay.
I know how we got to the continent. We were just transported here after Dresden resurrected us.
Well,
So,
basically, our
I'll
bodies
try
were...
to try to remember how the hell I got in here from the boat. What kind of roll is that?
History.
Alright. Wait a minute.
History.
Night 20.
That's a 13.
That's a 13.
That's a 13.
Karrius, you had been exploring Octavia a bit. As, to my knowledge, you are an actual, like, technically a local of the continent. Like, you were born on this continent and have...
Yeah, I'm a native.
Yeah, you're native to this continent. So you're exploring, seeing what you could find until you eventually, in a village up by the coast, with a decent-sized port, one side of the town was mainly just Doulahans and tridents, and a very large lake to the right of where the humans, elves, dwarves, and other people had been staying. The town was very ramshackle. You had heard from an old person there, who you did not see again after you had talked to them. Despite probably trying to find them again to make sure what you remembered what they had, told you. They pretty much just disappeared, and you had listened to their trail and followed your way to the ship. And after meeting up with them and dealing with the first bit of doubt, you had followed through, and you just ended up in the cave with them. After dealing with doubt and getting the crystal, talking to the guardian of that place. That, and this looks in Naomi as well, of course, that is when you actually entered the cave. For Naomi, that is when you entered the cave, though, to your knowledge, everything seemed pretty odd from the get-go. You'd say probably once you entered the ship, you entered the cave, but in a way, you would honestly believe more that once you got to the queen after dealing with the wax, when you really entered the cave, or whatever sort of situation was happening there.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when we entered the cave. Like we entered like where the queen was.
Time?
No, like the
okay.
direction.
Yeah.
Like where?
You pretty much entered from the ship, went down into the ship, and you pretty much headed northwest.
Okay, do I know where that exit is from where I am right now?
Yeah, you could go back there.
Alright, sweet, yeah, guys, I remember how we got here, like into the queen's place. Not after that though, so we'll just have to backtrack.
Backtracking. Alright, fine. It would have been nice to explore something new. I guess backtracking is what we gotta do. That rhymed, I didn't mean it to.
I shall simply keep this door in mind, but
at least we get free money.
The way out is not caved in.
If it's not caved in.
Well, seeing as the gear is fairly new, I highly doubt it is.
Never hurts to check.
Alright then. I guess we're following Naomi out.
Yep.
Alright, well, whenever you reach where you
Hey, well, it impales her neck. She dies on the spot.
What the hell? No way.
Whenever you go back to where you would
It's a
come from,
cricket! What the heck?
whenever you go back to where you would come from, the bit of the ship there has just crashed into the ground next to where... Actually, to put it bluntly, as soon as you get it to about halfway there, there was basically the whole bridge that led to the split of the intersection with Sludge of the Panopticon. That, as soon as you're getting halfway the bridge, you look up to where you guys had come from through a rope ladder of sorts. And that bit of the ship has just completely fallen over where that mining shack was over there. And has annihilated it. And the
ones where we
is
fought the
nowhere to be
skeletons?
seen. No.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you would come down from the ship
I popped
originally...
my knee, dude.
Whenever you come down from the ship originally and entered into the cave proper, you would come down a rope bridge on a bit of the ship after getting through Doubt. And to put it... And that had been a ship bit that was lodged into the rock pretty much. That bit... where the miner shack had been below that, where you had found pickaxes, some old dusty swords that were basically beyond repair, a little bit of knight helmets as actual protection against the spiders and the creatures, and some oil lamps and such. That has been completely crushed by by the bit of the ship where that rope ladder is, and there is seemingly no way to get up, as it is a 100 to 120 foot. It was 120 foot up about.
Well, damn. We just wasted so much time trying to go back.
Yeah, fly. I do not. Fuck!
You know, this seems kind of like a railroad situation. Don't you
What if
agree,
you
guys?
threw Naomi high enough?
Throw me!
Use Naomi! Use Naomi like a grappling hook.
You're gonna have to throw me.
Well, sounds like we're going through the door.
Yeah,
You know,
the
guys,
door.
what? I've just realized. What if we're all just playing D&D?
What the fuck is D&D?
What?
What are you talking about, Oresha? Are
You see as Oresha now fades from reality.
What the
Oh!
fuck? What?
No, come back!
Oh.
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 What she mean by D&D?
Dixon, dude.
Let's go.
Dixon Dykes. Let's go.
Isn't that a
Dixon Demons.
Is that a saying here, perchance?
Dixon Demons.
Never heard that. I'll have to write that down.
Yo, did. dicks and demons.
Well, door.
Yeah, door.
Door.
Let's go. Seems
Naomi,
like our main
no
way
turn.
out's
You gotta
cut
say
off.
door. You gotta say door enthusiastically.
No. Door!
There we go.
Yeah, that's it, Naomi.
Door.
That's the ticket.
I feel like a child.
Well, you technically
Little!
are compared to all of us.
You are the size of one.
Oh.
I mean, compared to all of us, you are a child.
Yeah.
Oresha casually 6 foot. Heinrich casually almost 8 foot.
I mean, age-wise. I mean, Heinrich's almost twice the age of Naomi. And, I don't know how old Karrius is, actually.
25.
Hold on. How old is
45.
Heinrich? I know he's twice the age. I think he's like in his 45. Yeah, he's technically middle-aged.
Oresha is exactly 20 years old.
Well, you got like 2 years on. 2 years on her. But was it 19?
It was 19.
Okay.
He's got a year on it.
Anyway. Door!
Door! Door! Yippee!
Oresha's going to break the door. No, I'm kidding.
Alright, yeah. I'll just walk. Well, let's go.
You're back
I'll
at the
just
door.
walk.
Back at the door.
Oresha's going to follow right next to Karrius as they go towards the town, I assume.
I guess we now actually step through the door.
Yeah, time to step through the door.
It is cold like the autumn. It is cold, and it feels weird because there is some. It's not overcast. There's light peeking through, which you know it is.
Light sun. It's lightly sunny.
You know.
This feels nice. Like, if a nice breeze hits us, it's gonna feel.
Also, does the cold affect Oresha more? Because as a demon, she'd be more used to heat than
Actually,
the
yeah.
cold.
Actually, yeah. No, I mean, you're a little colder.
Oresha steps through the door and just face plants immediately. Just, oh god!
It's just broad sound effect.
Oh my goodness. I'm losing my bubbles.
Oh my goodness! I can't take it anymore! Eating a burger with no honey mustard!
Partaking in a steak with no cranberry sauce.
Partaking in bread with no cheese.
Beans with no toast.
Eating beans with no
Partake-
toast.
Partaking in a
Eating
sandwich
beans
with no.
toast.
Enjoying beans with no toast.
Enjoying a sandwich with no Vegemite.
Sorry, Vegemite enjoyers mauled.
It was an Australian one.
I know. I hate Australia.
Tell that to the New Zealander in our party, aka Karrius.
Oh, I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, Karrius.
What happened to old
You're from
Zealand,
this
bro?
continent, right?
The zoo and
Karrius, you're from this continent, right?
yes, I am.
Huh. I did not know this. I was unaware.
Well,
Actually, I probably should have assumed that by you having the whole journey of finding that old man and then being led there. You know what? Yeah, I probably should have assumed this.
Well, man, does it feel good to have a nice breath of fresh air?
I am
Nice.
fucking freezing.
It feels
fucking cold.
You see as Oresha's her teeth are chattering and she's
I
shivering.
do have my cape with me, right?
Yeah.
Be a
guess I'll
gentleman.
I'll take off the cape and then put it around Oresha to keep her a little warm.
Oh, I love birds.
Oh my god, they're fucking.
They're not.
Over
If they
Naomi's
were,
head.
Oresha would have killed him.
If they were, Oresha would be top.
Nah, knowing Duck, he made savvy, so most likely yes.
There, it's not much, but some cloth will keep you warm.
It's definitely helping a little bit. Thank you. I will be sure to return this.
Man, there was a mountain in my home country way colder than this, and I'd go up there all the time.
Well, let's...
Yeah, because they
Did
kept
you go
pushing
to
you
town?
off of it and you kept living, idiot.
I lived in a blacksmith's forge.
Well, we'll
Heat
go
is
ahead
all
and-
I've ever known.
Here, I do have some money on me. We can go into town and get you out some more cold clothing.
I have plenty of money on me.
Yeah, then you can go on a nice shopping trip.
She says as she looks in her pouch. 54 gold and 4 silver to be exact.
What? How the fuck did you get that much?
Well, perhaps you can afford quite a nice fur coat.
You can afford a small house here, probably.
I'm just saying, before I started traveling, I was sort of a thief.
Oh.
Who the fuck did you take from? A fucking noble?
We're not gonna say anything.
You know what? I'm gonna
Information.
I'm gonna think I guessed right, so I'm gonna keep my mouth. Anyway. How close are we getting
Anyhow.
to the town walking?
As
Yeah.
you get closer and closer, you begin to hear...
It starts to seem flat, almost as if it's cardboard.
Yeah, actually, no. The town disappears. Everything is flat. There is a large stone-looking building. You are on flat grass. Fuck you.
You are now in Minecraft flat mode.
No. we're
Several
on- yeah,
balloons is attached to Heinrich, and he flies away.
a giant blue line is attached to me, and I am pulled away at Mach 5 speed.
Naomi is grab-gunned
And then
into a wall.
You then see in the bottom left of your corner, Heinrich has been banned due to inactivity.
Naomi's grab gunned into a wall, dude.
It went a little pre-planet level. Fuck.
Karrius is then hit with a large red couch going 90 miles an hour into his head.
Karrius just ragdolls. Someone used slash kill on him.
So,
Medical sound effect slash kill. But you guys are getting closer, and as you get closer, you begin to hear the sound of somewhat festive sounding music. As you get
It's
closer.
beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I'm gonna fucking get it!
Everywhere you go.
wait for October to end at least.
No.
There's still
It's only December.
October.
Anyways,
Honestly, that song slaps, though. You gotta admit,
it
that
does.
song does
This song that I've been listening to all my life slaps.
slap. This Christmas song slaps.
It's gonna go crazy. I'm gonna listen to this 1 month after Christmas and then get yelled at. But because we're gonna hear more festive music, and as you get someone into town, you notice a lot of people have just straight up pumpkins on their head.
Like,
Oh my
pumpkins
goodness!
for
What the- oh.
foreheads or on their heads?
You be the judge of that, bud.
Do they have eye holes cut out?
Yes. It's a pumpkin.
Well,
Why would you not cut the eyes out?
Oh!
Can we see inside of the head?
Not particularly.
Do I know what kind of festival this is?
This is a very common autumn
Oh,
festival. It is a harvest festival.
Oh!
Wait.
Let's walk right into town during
And
the
pumpkins
harvest
are
festival.
a symbol of
Oh.
harvest gods. There are many harvest gods, depending on who you're going to ask, but a pumpkin is pretty much used as the end-all, be-all for all of them.
Yeah, around here, pumpkins are typically the symbol of harvest gods, so people wear them on their head to celebrate the good harvest of autumn.
Why on their head?
Perhaps it tunes them closer to the harvest gods so they can more appreciate their gratitude.
I'm
you
gonna
guys,
stop a local.
you guys
Oh, sorry.
hear from behind you. It is so that we are closer to the god of harvest and to bring fertility and strength to our crops. And swinging around you, you see a familiar person.
Wow, it's a clown.
Justine
gonna
is
walk
right in
over
front
quickly.
of you.
What?
Oresha's gonna
How
look directly in front of her.
How did you get here?
Oh my god. Hi, Miss
Who is
Justine. What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you
I like to
doing?
travel and go to local festivals and enjoy my time on this earth.
How long have we been down into the caves?
She shrugs.
I don't know, listen. Who are you?
We're gonna have to ask
What
some.
year is it?
It's still 12:35. Nothing
Okay,
has
so good.
changed.
Okay, nothing has changed.
It's
Okay.
probably been like a month or two.
We haven't hit a time warp.
Hold on a minute. Who are you?
Oh, I
she-
haven't
Oh,
seen
this
you with
is-
him before. She holds her hand
Oh,
shake. Justine Gages.
Justine. Name's Karrius. Pleasure to meet you.
Gauge. She's a gauge.
Wait
Kill
a
her.
minute. Gauges.
Is the last name prominent in this time?
Is the last name prominent in this
Yes,
time?
everybody-
The bear's shit in the woods, bud.
Okay, I'm just asking.
Dude, does Gages ring
Wait,
a
wait.
bell?
Hold on,
Gages
hold on,
does
hold on a
ring a
minute.
bell. Yes.
What?
Does Harris ring a bell? The word, the name Harris. For you.
Harris, yes, that would be one of my many family members.
Hmm.
To go family
What
member.
kind
like
of family member?
great granduncle or whatever?
Grandpa or something of that sort.
Grandfather?
Great
How many
grandfather.
greats? How many greats?
No greats, just my grandfather.
Oh,
we
directly. Oh,
Should we tell her?
Does she know?
does she know, Chad? Does she know?
Break it to her.
I don't think we should probably.
Well, it's a what the fuck was her name again?
Justine.
Justine.
The pleasure to meet
Justine.
you, Justine.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well, Mr. Heinrich. Or,
Uh,
no,
I'm
that's not your
Heinrich.
name.
Karrius. My
He's
name's
Karrius.
Karrius.
his name's
My
Terry.
apologies, sir.
How the
How did
hell did you mix up
How
our
did you
names?
How did you mix them up? They're two very different sizes, and
Oh,
one's
no
very
offense,
looks a lot
Dana.
weaker.
She shrugs
No,
with a
thank
you.
smile.
She called me strong. Thank you.
Well.
What else am I supposed to call you?
I'm glad to see a new face out in kinder weather and during a nice festival. You know what? I could
Oh, of
use some
course.
nice grub. You know what some good food is?
Oh,
around
Justine, do you want to shake my hand? Oresha says as all four of her hands come out.
She shakes your hand, and then your other hand, and then your other hand, then your other hand. She does not
You know,
seem.
that's
She
just-
doesn't seem disturbed by this.
No, she's just
Oh.
clowning around.
Oh, excuse me, Justine.
Yes, Mr. Karrius.
Do you know where I can get some good food around here? Feeling
Oh,
quite
of
hungry.
course. Of course. There's a lovely little pub nearby. Just take a left down the street here, and then a right, and then just go forward, and you should see a rather small-looking place.
Also, Justine, do you know where I could get any food? She says that she does a slight nudge.
Hmm.
Also, another question, probably a more important one. Where the hell are we?
Wait
Oh
a
yeah, what's the
minute.
town? What is
Yeah.
this town?
Also, is this more on the southern border of the continent?
Southern
Because last time-
border?
Last time I checked, it was summer before we kind of went into the cave.
I mean, it's only been maybe a couple of months since I've seen you.
Wait, we did hit a time warp. We've been down there for like a week or two.
Strange.
Let's do the time warp again.
Well,
No, I don't think it's irreversible.
no worries about that now. I think
Astot, you're only 2 or 3 miles out from that port town. You're not that far.
Well,
interesting.
Fair enough.
Anyhow, do you know where also a general store is?
Oh, there's a
That's
good
also a
couple
good
of them
question.
around. You can just do a little bit of looking around, and you should find one. This is more of a commerce harvest style town, though in a
Alright.
general store you're more likely to see wheat, barley, and other sort of things, as opposed to sword or potions.
Do you know any places that sell really thick coats?
Well, the general store should. It is a general store after all. Why would it not?
is
It's
there a
one of
place
the
to,
Thank you, Justine.
is there a place for a beer?
There's a pub. I just told us earlier.
It's a
down the road.
harvest festival. Why wouldn't there be a place for beer?
There are people drinking, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm not the type for seasonal beer. I mean, I've had a beer once that had pumpkin spice in it. It sucked ass.
Ugh. Who
kind
puts
of-
pumpkin spice in stuff?
Kind of spice of pumpkin.
People who like the festivities, you know.
Eh. Sounds like a basic white girl to me.
I'm more of a tomato spice kind of gal.
And that,
You
ladies
know
and
what?
gentlemen,
That
is how I
sounds like
got
a bloody.
canceled.
That's a Bloody Mary. You like?
Wait.
Who the fuck is Mary, and why is she bloody?
Alright, well, thank you very so much for the information, Justine, and it was a pleasure to meet you.
And
I concur.
Pleasure to you as
It's nice
well.
to see you again.
If you happen to come across my friend, I'm sure you won't know Mr. Karrius. If you happen to come across sick, please do tell me or find me. I have been looking for him around
Why?
town a little. I haven't seen
But
well,
why are you looking for him?
I just haven't seen him in a couple of hours, and I'd rather not lose track of the only source of protection I have. She gives you a smile knowing that's a big fucking lie about the protection bit.
What's
I
that?
don't think
she
you need
needs-
protection.
she needs a smooch on the lips.
Who am I looking for here?
About a 6'5"
dragonborn?
dragonborn grayscales.
Oh, she'll
yeah,
be
grayscale.
hard to
We're looking
spot
for her
them.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Also, if I do say so, Mrs. Oresha, if you've been in the cold recently, you've lost a lot of color.
Yes. I've lost a lot of color. I am now very pale.
Yeah, demons.
I
tend
have
to
died
do that.
twice now.
Okay, I thought we're not keeping it a secret. Okay.
Well, she died too.
Yeah,
Well-
Justine is also an undead.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot that part.
Well,
Yeah, she was on the ship
sure-
and we all died.
Well, I'm sure we will find your friend in due time. Well, make sure to keep out an eye out for him.
Oh, I know. Time is a valuable thing. Watch your eyes.
Oh, Justine, I have another question for you.
Of course.
Is your clown makeup still underneath that underneath that pumpkin?
Yes. It does not come off my skin.
That is quite unfortunate for you.
I kind of
My
thought that.
condolences.
I'm gonna have to say now. I actually forgot what I was gonna say. My brain just left me. My brain.
Chat room, he hates her.
No, I don't hate her.
Well,
Chat room, he
Anyhow,
despises the witch.
Allow me to give you a farewell for now in succubus culture. She says it pulls off the pumpkin and like gives Justine a little kiss on the forehead.
Justine gives you a thumbs up.
And then
you start
puts the
sucking her
pumpkin
dick.
back on Justine's head.
I'm not very cultured in succubus culture, but I think that would have been more, you know, on the nose.
You shut up
Well,
right
it was-
now.
If you
You
know
do
what
not
I mean.
typically- you
It
do
wasn't
not-
on the nose, it was on the forehead.
Yes,
No,
you do not
no,
typically
no,
kiss
no.
people on the nose.
That's not no. I'm saying it would have been a bit more sensual.
Oh,
If you know what I mean.
worry, I'm just.
I will have
I'm
you
not
know,
sure.
I
Would
just
you like to
biting
expand
my-
upon it? Justine is like looking you like dead on and is getting close. As all you see
Oresha's
is a
already
fucking
walking
face.
off. She no longer wants to talk about it anymore.
You know, it has a French accent to it.
Well,
What is the
Heinrich,
French?
The
I'm not showing any of you. Goodbye.
Well,
I'm
there
not
she
surprised you
goes.
never heard of the French. Anyway, anyway, I gotta get a beer.
I feel like getting a beer too, and a nice
Like
meal.
nervous laughter as he slowly walks off.
Laughter stop.
This man will die a painful death.
Either that or he dies of old age. It depends on how the campaign goes.
Yeah, the Heinrich Loras died from bad head.
From bad.
He finally comes back home, gets hit from a wife, dies immediately.
Heinrich, watch out! You must understand. The pussy is too powerful for you.
I'm married. What?
Yeah, you're married and
I'm not cheating on my wife.
pussy.
Ayo.
All right, so I'm
Oresha's
gonna
gonna go to the general
pub
store while
and
they
get-
go drinking.
Wait there,
Alright.
Naomi, where are you going?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Would you like
pub
to go
time.
get some food with us, or would you like to go shopping with Oresha?
Pub has got food.
It's up to you.
I'm
I
sure
mean,
I'll
hold
find.
on. Sorry, talked over. Go on.
I'll find something to do, I'm sure.
Alright, well, Oresha will be at the general store, and me and Heinrich will go be at the pub. If you need any
Alright.
of us,
Also, tell Oresha to find a horse stable or something. Because, you know, we ain't got any mode of transport, so walking everywhere is gonna be taking forever. And she's the one with all the fucking money.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. For now, I'm very thirsty and hungry.
Yep.
And I'm gonna walk my way over to the pub.
Oh,
Heinrich's following suit.
Heinrich and
I thought you were gonna.
Karrius.
I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna tell me to make a dexterity check to not hit my head
No,
on the
die.
table.
Anyways,
No, die.
chat room. He's flabbergasted. He head on the door and he flabbergasted.
He hit
The
the head on the door and
flabbergasted.
died.
Gasted.
She oh my
Very
gosh.
sad today. Our son, we woke up, he dead. He was killed by murder and
The sun is falling from the sky beyond. Light is fading from our world. Now's the time for reckoning.
ah yes, the song about Jesus.
Anyways, you guys enter this pub and it is lively. There are people celebrating. There are people who don't have pumpkin heads on, and there are people who do. There are some people who are dressed more in farmers' attire because there clearly are farmers, but there's some people who seem to be dressed in more fox farmers' attire, also celebrating regardless. And it's
Fox.
Fox. F-A-U-X, you illiterate twat.
Oh. I'm just Texan.
You're illiterate.
Rise, dude.
But yeah, there are a lot of people doing a lot of things, but getting a beer does not seem to be expensive. It seems relatively cheap, and it's clearly locally made. It's cheaper than the average pub. As you two sit down, there are a number of odd-looking people here and there, but honestly, you can't tell who most people are, you know, from where they are, or who they are from what they're wearing.
So like they're like middle class people, like our kind of thing.
Well, they're mainly farmers.
Ah, so yeah.
We
I would say upper middle class farmers are pretty well renowned.
Yeah.
Unless it's like oh, what's the term? Landlord situation where they're fucking stuck in peasantry. Seems people own their own land here. That's nice to know.
Well, no dawdling. Let's go get some beer.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're at the table. Barmaid should be coming up to us. Looks
Alright.
around. Where the fuck is she?
Up my ass.
War, chat?
Say that again, please. Not the bore or the up my ass, but what you said before that.
Up my ass.
Where's the barmaid?
No, the
Alright,
barmaid
but-
is serving people. Eventually she makes her way over. Well, howdy there, partner.
Hello.
What
They
can
have
I
a-
get you two lovely folks here today?
Oh, I'll
yeah.
just stop myself with a nice barley ale.
All right.
Same as his, but make it rye one. But at the same time, do you got any types of food? As you could tell, there's no menus on the table.
Ah, yes, we have a variety of different foods. Think of the most common go food you can get at a certain place like this. We got sandwiches. We got some particular more interesting stuff. We have pumpkin pie if you want it, though it's a little popular at the moment, so you might not be able to get some at the current moment. But of course, we have most food you'd see in pubs and a few of our local specials.
What's the local special?
Well, we have what we call worm soup. It's a soup with noodles. Has a hint of
What?
apple flavor in it.
Womp soup.
Oh wait, it's not
Yeah.
actual worms. Just
No, why would we serve worms in soup? That's downright disgusting.
I'm gonna tell you now where I've been. Worm soup usually means the name.
Ah, well, looks like you've been in some bad places, sweetie.
Military. It's they gotta feed the army somehow.
Of course.
Anyway, I think I'll take a. Kind of looks. I think I'll take a turkey leg if you got one.
All right. Is there
Usually
anything
those
you
are in.
want?
I think I'll have a roast beef sandwich.
All
The
right.
hell. The
Should
hell
be
is
here
roast?
in about 10-ish minutes, sir.
Kind of looks to
Thank you very
Karrius. What the hell is roast beef?
You've never had roast beef?
No, not in my
Oh,
life.
you see, it's beef and
It's
It's
beef.
beef where it's cooked to a specific level where it can almost be torn apart into sort of individual strands, kind of like chicken. Where you would tear it up into these little bits, put it between two pieces of bread, and you have a roast
Like a
beef
roast.
sandwich.
So like a roast.
Yes, but in a sandwich.
You know what? I wouldn't. I mean, roast is a type of cut, and also at the same time a way of cooking. So I thought roast beef was a piece of beef that was roasted.
No,
If you know what I mean.
It really is what it is at the end of the day. It's just a roasted piece of beef between two pieces of bread. To be quite honest, that sounds quite good.
Is it good with anything else, like ketchup? I'm talking in the sense of old century ketchup, like fucking like mushroom.
I know it's good with wedges of potato.
Potato wedges, I've heard of them. Though I've never tried them.
Interesting.
They just seem too...
Wait,
I
is this
don't know.
place just Ireland? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's
Taterware.
Australia with a fucking southern accent.
It's Australia with Texan vibes.
Yeah, with an American southern accent.
Nice.
Anyway, I think it seems nice, though at the same time I kind of just I'm not a big potato fan, if you know what I mean.
Fair enough. They're not for everyone.
I mean, I do like potato soup, though that's mainly because of the cheese. Anyway. Yeah, I think it's about time we wait for our food and drink.
Alright. We'll move over to Naomi and Oresha. Naomi and Oresha are at the journal shop. Oresha, you find a decent-sized general shop out of the rather large market currently. And it is lofty, it is nice, it is well decorated, but it is a lot of farming supplies for the most part. There's hose, tills, fertilizer, clearly
Wait, there's
local...
me? No, I'm kidding. What? I didn't say that. Oh.
But there is some other general goods. There's a little bit of potions, though it appears to be a much smaller selection, mainly healing potions or something you see the common adventurer get. There are some swords, but they don't seem to be blacksmithed by or smith by someone who's very well reputable. As just giving a look over, they're definitely the cheap sort of thing a starting adventurer might go with.
Oresha's gonna see these swords and is gonna lean over to Naomi. He's like, those right there are a disappointment to every blacksmith ever.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
Oresha then pulls away and then walks towards whoever's at the counter.
Sitting behind the counter is a elf in rather heavy furs, who appears to have just dealt with the customers. They look particularly peeved.
Pardon me.
Aye.
Hello. I don't hear many elves where I'm from that have such a strong accent.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I get that a lot.
Was that rude of me?
Kinda, but I'm not gonna, you look up someone who's new in town, so I'm not gonna,
Yeah, I am rather new. Let's just say to the continent itself. Yes.
Ah. Well, welcome to the shithole of a continent where you can find anything, anyone, anywhere, just when you least need it.
Sounds like you've had a rough day.
Festival brings new people. New people don't understand the customs, everything like that. They tend to get a little rowdy.
Ah. Like most festivals in general.
Yeah.
Also, I have to ask, do you have any, like, very thick, coats?
Of course,
I am currently freezing, like, everything off right now.
Bedding that's what that's called.
Oh. Yeah, they're right over there. She points to where the clothes are being stored, and there's coats, lighter stuff, farmer clothing, all that sort of stuff.
Thank you. Oresha begins to, like, walk towards the coats and stuff like that, and looks for, like, the thickest one possible.
There is
You
one
find
that
the
would
rock.
basically cover your entire body. It's almost more of a robe than a coat. And it appears to be made out of bear.
Oh!
Bear coat.
Oresha looks at this. It's...
A bear
attempts to see if...
Is it?
Attempts to see if it has like some sort of like price tag.
You
It
should
does.
quote
It is
unquote.
about 20 silver.
You should see if it fits you.
Oh, this is actually not that bad. Oresha like takes it, looks it over, and walks back over to the elf, and places the coat onto the counter.
Are you sure you want to get such a big coat?
Do I look like someone who can handle the cold?
I mean, you look like the cold has done a number on your, tone.
Yes, that is exactly my point.
Haven't seen a lot of, gray people of your sort before.
Damn, he's racist.
Oh, unless you're undead or something like that. Some undead seem to be gray, though some seem to keep their, their looks and everything.
Well, I am most certainly undead.
Ah.
Are undead people
My
just
condolences.
normal in this society?
No.
Oh. That's what I...
Bear coat in question. Oh, damn, bro. Damn. Damn.
So true. Regardless, is that all
Oresha,
you're getting, or
like-
you want to get something else?
Is there anything else you think we might be able to use effectively?
I don't know. Coat's all you're gonna need unless you're, like, short on food or something like that.
You know what? Some rations would be pretty nice.
Well, we sell some pretty, decent ones, over on the aisle to the right. There's also
Well, at
actual...
least for
there's
the
also,
3 people that I'm with, anyway.
what, are you adventurers or something of the sort?
Yes.
We don't really get a lot of, well, honestly, we don't get a lot of adventures for being a small town. That's pretty usual of a small town.
Interesting.
I mean, unless you're from the coast, and that's only like a mile or two away.
Well,
Heard some, ship, went off or something like that. Some sort of, attack on it.
Excuse me.
Yeah, that may or may not have been our ship that blew up. And, yeah, we crashed, yeah.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Well, maybe you can get back home in time, or I don't know if you're missing anything.
To the other continent? In a long time, yeah. It's going to be a long time before that happens.
Well, hopefully you can get back as soon as possible. They're telling if your family's worried, anything of that sort, if you got that. If you're one of those people who has
Oresha
this
hears
sort
family and just, like, looks down at the counter, just like,
of
Then you
crying,
see
yeah.
Vin Diesel.
crying SpongeBob.
You just see Vin Diesel.
no, dude.
Family.
Oresha's gonna place, it was 20 silver, right?
It was 15.
15 silver.
Yeah.
Oresha's gonna place down 2 gold on the counter. You can keep, you don't need to, like, do
Thank
the
you,
extra
Loss.
change. Also, I noticed you had healing potions, correct?
Yeah, very limited amount of them. We don't have many. We had an alchemist for a while, but he just sort of up and left town about a month or two
What
back.
is the alchemist's name?
Oh, I don't know. I never really got acquainted with him. Quiet guy. Seemed like he went to some sort of college or university or something. Scraggly hair. Couldn't really discern anything about his, when I say his, I couldn't really discern anything if he was really, you know, guy, girl, or anything else, so that's about all I know, though. I didn't never really talk to him, never really came in. There was a note to just put the potions in the shop and price them out however I wanted after he left.
I see. So I need at least rations for 3 people for 7 days. At least.
That should be about 20 silver.
20 silver? She places 2 more gold down.
I mean, you don't have to give me so much gold.
We're going by hundreds here.
Wait, are we?
Yeah.
Shit! I probably would have placed one gold down for the bear coat.
Yeah. He just hands you back like 3 of the gold.
Okay.
This bear coat and how many potions do you want? We only have about 8.
8?
Yeah.
I think just 2 will be fine.
Alright, that should be about 35 in total.
35 in total?
Yeah.
Silver, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not one of them bigger businesses charging gold for something as simple as a healing potion. Doesn't matter how good it is, how well it's brewed, it's not worth how much they'll make you pay for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely, I agree.
Had a thing like that happen in town once, fancy schmancy, sort of, more industrial sort tried to come in, establish some stuff, and, once we found out their price
Didn't exactly
gouging...
go well, I assume.
Yeah, not a pretty sight to see, people like that, you know, thrown in the fields with nothing left much of their body, but, well, just don't mess with the wrong folk and you should be fine.
Also, I have to ask, is there any, like, blacksmiths in this town?
Well, there's Stanford. He's not,
Stanford?
Yeah, he's not, I'm not exactly a blacksmith person. I don't really know the smithing process too well, but well, you seem to have a pretty, nasty look when you saw the swords on sale, so I'm going to assume he's not quite the, well-made one.
Oh, those were his swords.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I surely hope your guardsmen are better equipped than whatever he's making.
We don't really have guardsmen. We just have... everyone here has some sort of weapon. We didn't really have any problems. I mean, the most that's nearest are those mountains that kind of block off us from some of their towns, but... you know. Unless you came from them, of course, in which you'd have to ask how the hell you got over such rough terrain, but I don't know. Anything seems possible these days.
Well, I would say I flew over, but I don't exactly have wings anymore, so... But I also didn't go over the mountain, so can't say I did.
I get you.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, me? Well, most of the local
Yeah.
folk just call me Vivi, but my name's Vivian.
Vivi. Kinda cute.
Thanks.
I know that
I'm
name!
Oresha. She accidentally pulls out 2 of her hands. Like, two hands on, like,
Vivian
one side
just kinda
of her body.
awkwardly, like, she shakes the first one, she looks down, and she awkwardly shakes the second one.
Oh, I don't have very good control of this second set.
Still getting used to them?
Yeah.
I understand?
It doesn't look like you understand, but it's
I'm
fine.
trying to be...
You can be uncomfortable. You can be uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's the word to describe it, yeah.
I'm sorry that I had to subject you to that.
No. I just I should have said something. I should have said something.
Shit, I just realized something. I don't have my tail anymore. Fuck. So well. Anyhow, I think that was all. Naomi, did you
Alright.
need anything?
No, not really.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright then. Oresha pats Naomi on the head. I suppose I'll be leaving then. Have a lovely day.
You too,
Oresha
and
begins to walk.
have fun with the festivities if that's your sort of thing.
There shall be an attempt. Oresha walks off with Naomi. Probably gonna go find, Heinrich and Karrius.
Alright.
Wag.
Alright, well. You head to the pub that they were at, and they are currently eating their food. It's hard to spot them for a moment before you look over, as there's a lot of different people in this village. In fact, you'd be honest, you wouldn't be mistaken to assume it's something like people who either did something and want to reform themselves, or just kind of wanted to settle down and became a community, as there are human, there are dragonborn, there are elves, there are dwarves, there's a few drow, and there's plenty of tieflings and simple things. You even see a few more odd nature-looking things, satyrs, and even what appears to be some sort of like humanoid creature, just made of pure nature, that has almost odd antler horns coming out of them.
Like a dryad?
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
But it doesn't take you long to... It takes a bit to spot Heinrich and Karrius, because you spot Heinrich first, because he's tall.
Yeah,
Despite-
he's big.
Yeah, despite
Almost
everyone's being
MF
tall.
here.
Yeah.
Naomi. Shh.
Yeah.
Don't say anything. I'm going to slowly approach, and I'm going to attempt to scare one of them.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Proceed to get stuck or punched.
With advantage.
Yeah.
Good thing it's advantage and not not disadvantage.
Oh.
That is a 21.
21.
15 plus 6.
Alright. Currently...
My second roll was a natural one, by the
Oh
way.
shit, yeah. That would have been bad. Who do you want to scare, Heinrich or Karrius?
I'm probably gonna try and scare Heinrich.
Okay. How do you want to go
And
about
probably
doing
gonna get punched in the face.
it? Yeah,
So-
how do you want to go about it?
Oresha's essentially sneaking through the crowd, slowly approaching Heinrich from behind, and then takes both of her arms and immediately just like places them on his hip and proceeds to just immediately say, "Hey, big boy."
I'm gonna do an unarmed strike. Hold on.
Wait. Oh, so we're in a crowd now instead of the bar?
No.
Does it taste
Yeah.
good?
You're still at the bar, it's just there's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people.
Crap, that was
That's
just
why I
sitting down
said-
at a table eating some, trying to get some
Oresha.
food.
Oresha, does
Yeah.
a 26 hit?
Yes.
You take 5 damage.
Take 5 damage. Oresha proceeds to
see-
get punched in the face.
You see Heinrich whip around with a oh, and then punch you directly in the face. Oh,
Oresha stumbles a little bit. It's like, oh goodness.
I'm
Yeah,
so
dude,
sorry.
surely fine. No, it's fine. I completely expected some sort of reaction.
Oh, God,
That's a good punch, though.
I never expected myself to hit a woman.
Oh no, I'm completely
Get
fine.
used to it.
That did like barely anything. I might have a bruised cheek, but that's about it. I'd probably go get a pumpkin and hide my face with it. It's not that big of a deal. Actually, I'm not even
Turns
sure
around,
if
starts
undead
crying.
bodies bruise. Do undead bodies bruise?
Yes,
They do, yeah.
Oh.
I should know. I've seen stuff.
Huh. Interesting. Anyway, how's the food?
It's alright.
I
Be
quite
honest,
en-
could use a little seasoning.
I do quite enjoy the sandwich. I haven't had a nice sandwich in a while.
God,
I would ask for a bite, but I don't exactly eat normal food.
What do you eat?
Souls of
I
the
would like
damned.
to elaborate.
cock.
You
Am
eat
I
what
wrong?
now?
I'm not wrong.
Am I wrong or am I right?
You need to leave. You remember that audio clip?
Please leave.
You need to leave.
It's so funny, dude. Anyway, I might go find some random fellow. Perhaps see you in a few minutes or seconds.
Oh, dear God.
Wait, what is she doing?
It's best we don't say.
Oresha's going to walk over, just like walk through the crowd, just looking for anyone that looks like an easy target, kind of thing.
Make a perception check.
Now, if you excuse me, I have
Perception.
cock to wrangle.
I have dick stuff. That is a natural 20.
Holy shit, okay.
And so 26 in total.
Alright. Sitting at the bar is a somewhat lonely looking tiefling. They look. They're like in their 20s. They're clearly a farmer of some sort. They look a little down on their luck. They're pretty ragged. Their hair is a fucking mess, and they haven't been able to shave the stubble that has begun to grow on their face.
My mate, I think you better find a better guy than this.
Oh, poor sap.
Oh, this poor guy.
This guy needs head beyond belief. You would not believe it.
This guy needs his soul sucked through his dick.
Oresha like walks over slowly and puts an arm around him, like, "Good afternoon."
Oh,
Everyone, look
hi.
away. Do not make eye contact.
Do not look eye contact. Do not
I'm
look
just
at
gonna
them.
be eating my sandwiches.
Nom nom nom.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh,
hello there.
sorry.
You seem to be a bit down.
Oh, just a hard farming season. Nothing special.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm gonna, like,
Oresha proceeds to use Charm Person.
Oh, God.
roll a
Oh.
charisma check, bud.
Oh, this is
Let
such
me-
a
let
good
me roll
sandwich.
again.
I love sandwich.
This
Hold on,
it's
I'm
so
pretty sure Charm Person
huge.
is-
This sandwich.
I'm pretty sure Charm Person is just a
You have
saving throw
advantage
on
I
their
believe.
part.
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
love
Let me
big round ones.
That's an 8.
8? Yeah, they fail. They fail.
This MF's about to have his soul sucked through his dick.
How about you just, how about we go somewhere else? You know? She says
like
with a
that?
slight wink.
If that's how you fancy it, I guess I could use some relief.
Don't worry, you'll be very relieved.
Sex!
We're at 2 hours and 3 minutes. We're at 2 hours and 3 minutes, and I'm not sure if I want to end it on that.
Oresha then just takes his hand and walks off.
Karrius, talk about your sandwich for a moment. We'll end it on that.
Talk about your... Riley,
yes.
Riley.
It's a nice roast beef sandwich on a rye bun, topped with some delicious sauerkraut.
Riley, you should really just, make the fucking, picture
Personally, I
for the,
quite like.
for the episode today and just make it sex. Like the
Personally,
fucking...
I quite like marbled rye, but I'm fine with plain rye too.
It just says sex in all caps.
Sex in all
Whoa,
caps.
what? Stop.
Personally, I would have more
what?
finely cooked the roast beef, perhaps had a bit more pepper in there, but besides that, it's a quite alright sandwich, and after having nothing good for the past 2 days, it's an enjoyable sandwich.
All right. Well, next time we'll pick up, which will be the week after next. He'll describe the finality of his sandwich in the first couple minutes, and we'll
Yeah.
disregard any other actions of the parties the entire time.
I'm sorry.
Tune in next time for my sandwich rating.
It's next time for sandwich
Back-
rating.
Come back next week for the accurate sandwich rating. Comes back like 2 weeks later. Yeah, I give it like a 7 out of 5.
This is a good.
Or 7 out of 10.
This is like a 7 out of 10
The
sandwich.
succubus requires
I'll
feeding.
give it a 3 out of 5. Could use some extra seasoning, and I'm a
Could
preferable
use
type
more
of bread.
pepper.
I was gonna think like she was gonna suck his solo, but no, it's next.